Talk about the depth of that edge room, right? I mean, you, Jamari, Pyburn, and then Relaford, who was here a year ago. I mean, what's it like playing with those guys?
It's great because like soon as you get out there and you feel like you're a little winded, you're a little tired. You notice if somebody coming in, there's no drop off. All of us got the ability to be starters in our edge room. We all work for each other. We hype each other up. We gonna cheer for each other. And it's good just knowing when if you need a blow or breather, especially on a game like this, like a tempo, fast offense like Ole Miss, it's gonna be crucial to have depth.
Talk a little bit about it's not your first away game here at LSU, obviously, but it's been a few weeks since y'all head back on the road. How's it being able to keep up the intensity of the defense, especially how successful y'all have been to start out the year?
It's because you're going to get tested again because everybody at Ole Miss is not cheering for you. So it's like y'all have to cheer your own team on. Like when we make plays, the crowd is not going to go wild like how it is at Tiger Stadium. So as long as we just keep the intensity and cheer for each other when we make plays and just basically bring Tiger Stadium to Ole Miss, and we'll be all right.
Coach Baker's been really aggressive with you guys, like blitzing. Really doesn't matter what point of the game. Like, he trusts you guys because you have talent in the back end and the secondary. What's it like knowing that, hey, we may send an extra guy, but our guys behind us will take care of business?
It's great, especially with our DBs. Like, our DBs, we got great guys back there who got a good experience. Some of them young, but they play like they could be starters. Like DJ, he could be a starter right now at any program, I feel like. And then just knowing when you have great linebackers, like all them fast, aggressive, and they're coming for you every play. Like Witt and Wes and Perk, those guys play fast, physical, and those type of guys you want to play behind you.
Ole Miss running back Kwan Lacey has 7 touchdowns this year. How do you slow him down, and what do you see in his game?
Everybody just do their job. If you got this gap, that's your gap. If he come to your gap, make sure you hit him and wrap him up. Can't be arm tackling. Can't be. You got to put your body on him. He's a tough runner. He run hard, and he's trying to score when he get the ball. He just not the guy who just want to go down on the first hit. But as long as we hit, everybody stay in their gap and do their job and hit him and wrap him, I feel like we'll be okay.
Yeah, going into Ole Miss, how much is the stress on this rivalry coming into this game, especially big SEC game? How much is it? You guys looking forward to that?
I mean, with what I noticed since I've been at SEC, like looking at our schedule, like it's a big rivalry almost every week. Especially this run we about to go out there, we play like 7-6 straight SEC teams. And that's something I have to get used to because coming from Florida State, it wasn't like that. But other than that, I think you have to be prepared for these games every week.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since we talked to you. How has been the adjustment coming from Florida State to LSU?
I mean, it's been great. I love it here. I loved it my first week, my first couple days here. Like, just the guys that's around here, everybody want to see each other win since the first day was here. Like, even when we was lifting and running, when we first got here in January, like, guys like who was already here, like Witt and Perk, even though they was hurt, they was still attending every practice, every spring practice, and they were out there cheering for you like they was out there still. They didn't even know us for real, but the guys that I feel like Coach Kelly brought me here, this portal class, and the freshmen, all of us just gelled together since the first day we was here, and I think that's the great thing about it.
How was Ole Miss's offense different than the first 3 you guys have seen this year?
They were very tempo offense. They moved very fast. Like they probably, I think it was like 16 seconds per play. Like after the play, they get right back on the ball. So you gotta, like after a play, and yes, you make a big play and you just celebrate, but you gotta get back into the game. You gotta get back to home. That Coach Baker said, get back home, get the signal, because they're gonna go fast and they're gonna make plays. Like them go up guys on scholarship too, just like we are. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Austin Simmons for Ole Miss came into the season as a starter, but Trinidad Chambliss played a lot the last couple of weeks. What's it like having to prepare for 2 quarterbacks?
I mean, both of the guys I feel like are great quarterbacks, especially the one who I think for the start he's fast, he's a running quarterback, so got to be back on that type of preparing for a guy like that who can make plays with his legs. And just like when we played against Clay Clement, like we know he had that extra skill, so you got to be like crucial about it. You can't just let him use his legs because he will change the game if we let him just run.
Talk a little bit more about that tempo of this Ole Miss offense. Has there been any type of adjustments this week so far at practice that y'all emphasized being able to line back up and get ready to go more so than you have in the previous weeks leading up to this game?
Yes, Coach Baker has been preaching since yesterday, Monday, when we had our scouting reports. He's been preaching get home, like after every play, good play or a bad play. They get a play, we make a play, get home, get back to your spot, get the call, get lined up, because they're going to go fast and they're not going to wait on you. They snap the ball when they're ready, and if you're not ready, then they'll catch you off guard.
Who's kind of been stepping up in practice to replace Gabe since he's been out the past few days?
We got a couple guys who all be rotating in and out, but right now we have Dylan, who had a great game last game. He got his first career sack, so I was very happy for him. Just about him getting his confidence up, because he probably don't have as much experience as the other three guys that we got. But as long as he in practice, and I'm preaching to him like, you're okay, just play football, you're gonna be all right. It's just another game. Just play fast, play you, and you'll be okay.
Two more.
When you play a team that is no huddle or quick huddle, do you notice the difference in conditioning with LSU versus other teams, and does that give you an advantage over the offensive linemen who may get tired of going at that pace?
Yeah, you got to be very conditioned. Like, you got to hydrate very well, because, like you said, if you catch it, like, it could also work for their disadvantage. Like, if you catch a person who's tired or who's been gassed, and you could catch him on his toes, and it'll help you too.
Last one, John. So Clemson came into the year top 5, and they've been sliding recently. Do you guys feel like this is an opportunity to prove yourselves a little bit more for people that might be doubting because of how poorly Clemson has played the past few weeks?
I feel just being in the SEC, you have to prove yourself every week. It's not going to be no drop off week in and week out. Like, every team we're going to play, they're going to give us our best. Whether they come here or we go in there. Like, every team is going to be, when we play LSU, we have to knock them off. They're going to have that edge on them. So we have to keep our edge. We got to act like we didn't win no games. Like, we preach every week 1-0. Like, we don't care about the last few weeks. We don't care about the Clemson win. We just care about beating Ole Miss.
Mentorial secondary, like a lot of transfers, but a lot of guys like yourself that have a lot of playing experience. What's it like playing with a veteran group like that?
Just guys who I feel like, know what's coming before it happens. Guys who, treat the game like professionals, and that's film study, taking care of your body, just little things like that that show up game day.
Mr. Talk a little bit about the safety play and the depth that y'all have in that room to be able to, week in and week out, have the same level of intensity, whether it's going on the road or being here in Tiger Stadium.
You said safety play?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. Those guys, we work hand in hand. They communicate with us every play. Really just trust those guys. Like I said, we watch a lot of film together. So, we're really just trying to be on the same page. That's the biggest thing. We're on the same page. We feel like it's going to be hard for people to, compete with us. But, just being on the same page and playing fast, that's the main thing about that back end.
Coach Baker's been really aggressive, blitzing wise, regardless of the situation. How much more pressure does that put on you guys in the back end, and how have you been able to perform so well under those?
I don't feel like it's any pressure. That's our job. He calls those pressures. He expects us to cover. So, like I said, pass and rush go together. We do our job. The rush is easy. The rush gets back home. The coverage is easy. So just work hand in hand.
What's the challenge like for you guys this week against an up-tempo, pass-happy, explosive offense like Ole Miss has?
I say just getting our cleats in the ground quick. Obviously the tempo is very fast. We're like 5th highest in the country. So really just getting the signal, getting the call, whatever it is, getting our cleats in the ground and playing fast. That's the main thing. And then just doing our fundamentals.
A little bit more on that tempo play, specifically at practice. Patrick talked about how y'all had really been talking about getting home, getting back to your spot and getting ready to go. Talk a little bit about that from Blake Baker and how he's trying to get y'all prepared to face this Ole Miss offense.
Really just, like I said, getting the call and then running back to your spot immediately. There's no time to lollygag. There's no time to celebrate. Whatever it is, this next play, get to your spot, understand your assignment, execute. That's every play, especially whether it's going to be they get a first down, whatever. Just get back to your spot, and get ready to go next play.
What's it like having
When Ole Miss scores on a competitor, they do this dunk celebration. I'm curious, as a competitor, how do you feel about that, and not letting them get the satisfaction of doing that to you all?
I ain't seen too much, but we're just going to have to see on Saturday how many dunks they have.
Is there any extra difficulty preparing for two different quarterbacks because you're not sure which one you'll see maybe both?
Yeah, I really don't think it changes anything. We're going to prepare the same way, and that's being the best versions of ourselves. It doesn't matter who's on the other side. If we're the best version of ourselves, then it doesn't matter whether it's the running back at quarterback, the fullback at quarterback. It don't matter as long as we execute what we're supposed to do.
You've been getting the highest graded corner grades through the statistics and things like that. What do you think it is about your game, playing along with your teammates, that makes it so difficult for the opposition and what you're bringing to the table?
Oh yeah, I don't really know too much about the grades. I don't pay attention to it. I just go out there. I care more about what my coaches say. So really, I think sometimes I come into meetings, feel like I messed up a lot, and whatever somebody tells me, I'm the highest grade corner in the country. So I'm like, it doesn't really matter to me. Really, I care more about what people in the building have to say about me, what I can improve. But credit to my coaches and my teammates, for putting me in positions to be successful, and I appreciate it.
Going off of that, you were just talking about your coaches. What's it like playing under a guy like Corey Raymond? I mean, how big of that, how much did that, impact your decision to come here? And like, what's he done for you as a football player?
Sure. He really just motivates me every day to keep going. Like I said, whatever I've done past games, it means nothing to me because, the standard is so much higher than what, I think I've done so far. I look in that back room every meeting and I see those guys on that wall, and it motivates me every day to keep going. And I have no room to let up because, once you set a standard, he always says there's no going back. So every week, knowing that people are, coming after us, people are looking to attack us, and, we made a name for ourselves, so now we have to uphold that.
DJ's gotten more and more playing time throughout the weeks. What's like the one thing, a couple of things he's gotten better at since you've kind of been playing with him and seeing him in practice?
I think the thing about DJ is he's not a freshman off the field. Whether it's VR, extra film, whatever it is, like he's in there in the building as much as anybody else. So I really just proud of him off the field. Continuing to be a film junkie, continuing to take care of his body, stay on his weight and whatnot. On the field, that's going to take care of itself just because it's God-given ability. But just really off the field, he continues to see that every week.
It being almost a month since the team's been on the road, how do you go into this game in a hostile environment and keep the same intensity that y'all have had in Death Valley?
I love Death Valley, but I feel like I like road games better. Just like, I like feeling like the underdog. I like throw trash at us, whatever it is. Like, I just like the feeling of, being hungry. And, that's where I feel like we're coming in this game is people say what they want to say, but I feel like we have our chip on our shoulder this game and every game. We just have something to prove. Two more.
Yeah, kind of piggybacking off of that, how much have you guys been stressing practice to preparing to play in a tough road environment from Ole Miss, and like you said, 3 straight home games and jumping in right to the fire of Ole Miss?
Yeah, for sure. I think it really every week is the same goal, just going 1-0, but this week specifically was really just the tempo defensively. Obviously, the crowd noise and stuff, that probably doesn't affect the defense as much, but just really this week was the tempo. That was the main goal, and just, no matter where we are, just, playing together, having fun and playing fast.
You guys have put together 3 great performances. You could have let your guard down against Southeastern. You didn't. How has this defense kept the intensity up and stayed hungry and not kind of bought into all the hype and whatnot?
So, like I said, I think it's really just the standard. Like, that's what Coach Raymond say all the time. It's like, it doesn't matter, who we're playing or what it is. Like, what you put on tape is, who you are. So, it doesn't matter the level of competition, whatever it is. Every game we have to uphold that standard, for the people that came before us, people that are coming after us, and that's what we do every game.
What's going on, Barry? You had the touchdown that we all thought was a catch against Clemson, and they overturned it. But you get in the end zone against Southeastern. How does it feel like to kind of get that off your back, get your first one in the purple and gold?
Man, it felt good. It felt great. My little brother been wanting to see it. My parents been wanting to see it. And of course, I just wanted to score. And thankful it was at home and the crowd hyped me up and stuff. It was a great feeling for sure.
Barry, you were in Kentucky last year. You guys beat Ole Miss in their house. What was it kind of to take out, or excuse me, Ole Miss out of that, like the crowd, the hostile environment, kind of take the crowd out of the game?
Honestly, with me, it's like I love playing football, and I know a lot of people say the crowd affect games, but honestly, me, like, I won't be hearing them for real unless it's like pregame or something. I'm just having fun with them, just chatting. But the crowd never has honestly affected me. I don't really be too worried about the crowd.
Y'all were 6 of 6 in the red zone, 9 of 14 on third down, and 3 of 3 on fourth, I think, this past game. What was different about the execution on those key plays where it's you got to have it or else you don't have the ball anymore?
Honestly, it just started in practice. I feel like we had a great week of practice. The guys was focused, we was locked in, and honestly, we were just all on one accord, and yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that, like as the season's gone along, passing game seems to get better and better, and obviously really good on Saturday. For you personally, what kind of chemistry have you built with Garrett Nussmeier? It being your first year here.
Yeah, that's my dog. Me and Garrett would be chopping it up about football and things that's not football. I feel like we got a great relationship on and off the field, and honestly, we just both looking to get better each and every day.
When you look at the film of Ole Miss, what do you see from their secondary and what makes them good? And how, can you say a little bit about your plan of attack, if anything?
Ole Miss, they're a physical team. That's something like they always had. Honestly, I'm just ready to play. I ain't got too much to say about them and stuff like that. I know how to beat you again. So yeah, I'm just ready to play Saturday.
Piggyback off earlier, talking about how the offense improved so much into that Southeastern game. How do you take that momentum on the road with you to Ole Miss to have that same type of success in a hostile environment?
It just starts on Monday in the meeting room, and when we go out there and walk through, and it just carried over each and every day until Saturday. I feel like we win games in practice, so when you go out there Saturday, it can just be fun and flow how you want it to go.
I think Trey-Dez will be back for this game. How does he kind of change the offense? I know it takes a whole unit and a lot of you guys, but just him individually, what does he bring to the table that you don't have when he's not playing?
A 6'7", guy that can go up and jump and get the ball, somebody that can block, team player. There's a lot of things Trey-Dez can do.
When you committed here, everybody said, "Oh, Barry Brown, he's a deep threat guy. That's what he does." But like you've shown, at least to LSU fans, like you're much more versatile than that, whether it's your route run and everything. How does having a bunch of guys kind of similar to you in this room help kind of unlock you as a player?
Great, because like we have the type of chemistry. If somebody do something good, we're not afraid to go ask the next guy, like, how did you do this, or how could I get better at this? And honestly, we just all want to see each other win and do good. So anytime we can help, or I'll be getting help. Just anything like that, just being not afraid to open your mouth and ask for some help. Anybody else?
How's the experience of already a lot of guys coming into the program that haven't played SEC ball? I know they have the Florida game under their belt now, but going into the meat of SEC play, how does already have played in SEC kind of prepare you for this season in the purple and gold?
Honestly, I just love playing football. Yeah, I have fun playing whoever I play, and I'm gonna bring the same mindset and attitude to every game. So, yeah, they say these games like different. I know it like physical wise and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's football, and it's something that I love to do, and that's why I'm here. So, yeah, it really don't too much effect.
I think the narrative around LSU right now is the defensive team. The offense hasn't lived up to its potential yet. You guys feel like this Saturday is an opportunity to kind of prove people wrong in that regard? Like, hey, we have an offense and we can score.
Honestly, man, we just going day by day, trying to fix the little things, and I'm thankful that we have a defense that can hold their own. And uplift us when we need it. So, yeah, we're just going day by day. We're not trying to let the outside noise get to us, good or bad. We just stand on our roller coaster, stand on our track, and just practice it.
Do y'all feel that responsibility to help them out too?
Of course,
Yeah.
always. Yeah, we just ain't here for the ride. Of course, we putting in work and we try to be the best we can be.